What's up, everybody? JVille Sports here with my sports picks video. It is Friday night, November the 22nd. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight and each and every time I put out a video. You guys know you guys are awesome. You guys know what time it is. It is college football Saturday time. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. What I like to do with college football, there are so many plays on Saturday. I like to put together a long shot parlay. We've hit this once so far this year. Hoping to hit it one more time. It's any parlay where the payout is $10,000 or more. That's what it's all about. I like to have a little bit of fun on here. It's my way of giving you guys out a bunch of plays instead of just one free play when there's so many games out there. I will say that none of my best plays are on this long shot parlay, but like I said, it's my way of giving out some other plays that I'm looking at as well. Some of these I'll go ahead and play, some of them I won't. And then of course, if you are interested in my best plays, you guys know where to find those. That's at the Village, JVilleSportsPicks.com. We'll talk about that here in a second. And then of course, towards the end of the video, I'll have out my more favorite straight bets that I'll give out as well. So that's what we are going to be doing today. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We had another awesome Friday. There was one college football game and two NHL games, but I said forget that. We have a full slate in the NBA, a full slate in college basketball. Let's just go ahead and do all basketball and all basketball Friday. So this is what we did today. We had 5 straight bets in the NBA and college basketball. We had the Wizards -6 that came through. We had the Clippers -5. They won a great game against the Rockets, but they did not cover. We had the Spurs, another good game. It was close down the stretch, but we missed this one just by a couple points. In college basketball, we had Utah -5. That was my favorite play of the day. That came through. We had Georgia State -7. Another one in college basketball. That one came through. So 3-2 with our straight bets. But then we had 2 parlays, one in the NBA, 3-team moneyline parlay, Utah, Detroit, Dallas, all coming through. And we also had a parlay in college basketball, Cincinnati, Duke, Washington, Oregon. That also came through. We had a 3, 4, 5, and 2 day, and that's not even it. We had another parlay, a 13-team parlay, mixing in college basketball and the NBA, and that came through as well. So an awesome Friday that we had today. Another day in paradise, aka the Village. So that's what we did on Friday, but let's go ahead and move on to some Saturday college football action. So I talked about the long shot parlay. We'll go ahead and quickly recap what we did last week in our long shot parlay. We had a very good attempt. I was very happy with the plays. So this is what we had last week. We had Alabama, Mississippi State under. We got a little bit of help here because unfortunately Tua got out. Never want to see one of the best players in any sport go out. It was very unfortunate. I'm not an Alabama fan, but I like seeing the best of the best. So definitely did not want to see Tua get hurt, especially the way he did. Now he's out for the year. But as far as the play went, the under did come through. Indiana +14.5. That was an easy cover there. We had a UTEP and UAB under. UTEP, we had a bad UTEP team and a UAB team with their backup quarterback, but still UAB was able to score a ton of points. So under 44 did not come through. Memphis -10. That one cruised. LSU, Mississippi over. Ton of points in that one. That one was an easy winner. Utah State -4.5. That one cashed for us. And Kansas State, the biggest upset. Most of the favorites won last Saturday. Kansas State was probably the biggest upset. They were only a 14-point favorite, but a two touchdown favorite at home. Your ranked team going up against West Virginia. Not only did they not cover, they lost the game outright. If any of you had Kansas State on your moneyline parlays, teaser plays, definitely an unfortunate upset. But anyways, overall we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 attempt. So very solid attempt. And I always say I don't necessarily recommend you throwing the long shot parlay. Pluck out your favorites, maybe do a smaller parlay or even do a bunch of straight bets. If you did straight bets on all these, you would have went 5 and 2. Very good. So that was last week. Like I said, solid attempt, but we'll go ahead and try to hit this bad boy once again. So here we go for week 13, Saturday, November the 23rd. And we'll go ahead and start with Minnesota Northwestern under 40. So this is a game where we might see both backup quarterbacks for both teams. Minnesota's quarterback, I think he is in concussion protocol. Usually when a college quarterback is in concussion protocol, he usually sits out 1 week, so I don't expect him to play. Northwestern, it looks like they will be with their backup quarterback. Even with their normal quarterback, Northwestern has one of the worst offenses in college football. Minnesota is coming off their first loss, so you know this team overall is going to be down. I don't expect them to have that same intensity here. When you lose that first game of the season, they were 9-0. They had high hopes. They were dreaming about the playoffs, potentially. Now they suffer their first loss on the road against Iowa. Naturally, this team is they're going to be down. So I expect Northwestern to take advantage, although they're just not very good. So I just expect this to be a lower scoring game. I don't think we're going to see the same Minnesota team that we've seen all year long, especially with their backup quarterback. Northwestern, their offense struggles. So I love this game to stay under the total. I think both teams here will kind of struggle to score the ball here. Next, we're going to go with Texas +6. Kind of a similar situation here. With Baylor, they also suffered their first loss of the season last week to the hands of Oklahoma, and that was a tough way to lose as well because they were up big at halftime and then just completely fell apart in the second half. So naturally, I think this team is also going to be down. They're favorite by 6 at home. Texas thrives in the underdog role, especially since Herman has been the coach. I love Texas here in the underdog role, so I will take Texas +6 against a down Baylor team coming off their first loss of the season. I look for Texas to take advantage of that and maybe pull off the outright upset. Next, we have Nebraska -6. So Nebraska here so Maryland is coming off of a bye. That's really the only hesitation with this one. Otherwise, I would love this play. Even though Nebraska is on the road, they're definitely the much better team here, and they're 2 wins away from a bowl game, and it's definitely attainable if they can some way find a way to win this game against a bad Maryland team. They have Iowa, which obviously is a good team, a ranked team, but they get Iowa at home. We've seen crazier things happen. That's definitely a game at home that they can find a way to win. So I think we have full motivation Nebraska here. If they're interested in going to a bowl game, they just extended their coach. So I think that kind of brings some stability to the program, kind of shows the players that he's here to stay. So everybody should be buying in. So I think we're going to have a more motivated Nebraska team. Maryland, their season is over. Not a whole lot to play for. They're coming off a bunch of blowout losses. Nebraska's coming off 4 straight losses as well, but I think they've been a little bit more competitive. Just overall, I like this Nebraska team, and I think they have, like I said, they have something to play for. So I'm going with Nebraska -6 on the road against Maryland. Next, we have Wisconsin -24. So we have another team here that's going to be missing their starting quarterback in Purdue. They actually lost their starting quarterback earlier in the year. Now they lose their second string quarterback, so they're going to be starting their third string quarterback against one of the best defenses in the nation in Wisconsin. Wisconsin at home, I expect them to roll all over Purdue. Wisconsin still has a chance to play in the Big Ten title game if Minnesota slips up. Minnesota really doesn't even have to slip up because Wisconsin will play Minnesota next week. And if they win that game, then they'll have the tiebreaker. So all Wisconsin has to do is win this game. So they're not going to take any chances here. So I expect a fully motivated Wisconsin team to just crush Purdue. 24 obviously is a lot of points, but when Purdue's on their third string quarterback, going up against this good Wisconsin defense. Wisconsin's the type of team that they can definitely run up to score. Because even if they stop throwing the ball, their running game is so good. Even if they're just running out the clock, they can still run the ball and score on you. So I love Wisconsin here, -24. Another high spread, Florida Atlantic -21. Florida Atlantic -21. This is another game where the motivation factor just heavily favors Florida Atlantic here. They are tied at the top of the division with Marshall. So they are in full go here, trying to win this conference, and they are definitely the much better team. They're playing better. They're coming off 3 straight wins. All 3 wins. Their offense has looked great. UTSA, they have struggled all year long. This team averages 19 points a game. compared to Florida Atlantic. They average 33 points a game, and we know Lane Kiffin does not mind running up the score against anybody. This FAU offense, like I said, this whole team right now is playing great right now. We have two teams kind of going in opposite directions. Even though this is on the road, high point total, I love Florida Atlantic here to win this game by more than 3 touchdowns. Next, we have Indiana. They are at home against Michigan. I think this could be a little bit of a flat spot for Michigan. They are coming off a huge win against Michigan State. Even though Michigan State is down this year, it's still their biggest rivalry game, a game that Michigan has struggled with the past few years. So to get over the hump this year, and they dominated them as well. So I think this could be a little bit of a flat spot for Michigan, coming off that big rivalry game. Now they have to travel to Indiana, and this is an Indiana team that's playing great right now on both sides of the ball. I do expect Michigan to find a way to win this game, but I definitely think Indiana can keep this game close. We were on Indiana last week against Penn State. They kept that game close, and I think they'll do the same thing here at home. And maybe even pull out off the upset. So I like Indiana plus 10 at home against a Michigan team that I think will be a little bit flat here. Last but not least, we have Texas A&M and Georgia under 44. So I like the under in this game. A couple of reasons why. Georgia in big games, they tend to go conservative. They're a little careful with the football, a lot of running ball. Jimbo Fisher for Texas A&M, he's obviously a great coach. He's going to have his team ready to go. Whose defense is playing better than Georgia's right now? I don't know. This defense is just completely dominant right now. I don't expect Texas A&M to score very many points. And I think Georgia, with a conservative game plan, is not going to score much at all. Texas A&M has a pretty decent defense. So I love this game to stay under the total of 44. So that is it. We have 7 plays. 140 will pay 10,059. Like I said, these aren't my best plays, but a lot of these plays I'm going to be making some straight bets on. I like a lot of these plays, and I'm definitely going to be throwing in this long shot parlay, hoping to get lucky here. Like I said, we hit this once already. Let's hit it one more time before the season ends. So that's going to be this week's attempt. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let's go ahead and move on to today's free play of the day, which is going to be a straight bet. But before I do, I want to mention my website, JVilleSportsPicks.com. If you're ready to join the village, now is the perfect time. We have the NFL, college football, NHL, NBA, college basketball, also throwing in some bonus soccer here and there. We are just fully loaded every single day. You saw what we did today on Friday, absolutely killed it in the NBA and college basketball. That's what we're doing each and every day. We are taking games from each sport, putting them together, and just having great days, which will turn into great weeks and great months. So that's what it's all about in the village. So if you're ready to start receiving my daily newsletter, which will have plays every single day, I make it super cheap, just a few dollars a day, and you can have all of my picks in all sports each and every day. Go to JVilleSports.com, sign up for that daily newsletter. In the upper right hand corner, you can see the big blue box. Hit that button, it'll take you to a page which lists all the different packages that are available. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. My social media pages and my email address all down below in the description of this video. Chat@JVilleSportsPicks.com is what it is. But check out the website, browse around, a lot of different things on there. So let me know if you have any questions, thoughts, concerns. But that's what's going on over in the village. We are just going to continue to smash it. As we get further into college basketball, we are getting better and better each and every day. The NBA, we figure things out as well. Hockey, we've had a great season, so it's just going great right now, and it's only going to continue. So start receiving my daily newsletter to start winning with us today. Let's go ahead and move on to college football, and one of the straight bets that I really like, and I am going to be going to American Conference, where we have the SMU Mustangs ranked 25th going on the road to take on Navy at Navy, and we have two teams that are tied up top of their conference. On their side of the conference at 5-1, so this is definitely a big game, and I'm going with the underdog here on the road in SMU plus 3.5. So a couple reasons why. So obviously we know Navy runs the triple offense. Teams that have more time to prepare for this triple offense tend to have more success. Obviously that makes sense. SMU is coming into this game at the perfect time. Why? They are coming off of a bye week, so they have had an extra week to prepare for this triple offense, so they should definitely have the upper hand here. On the flip side, Navy is coming off a tough game against Notre Dame. Whenever teams play Notre Dame, it's always physical. They always come out beat up, and now they have to face another great team in SMU. This offense for SMU is just awesome. They score over 45 points a game. Navy also scores well at 37 points a game, but like I said, they take advantage of a lot of weak teams, a lot of teams that don't prepare well for the triple offense. SMU has a veteran coach. He knows exactly what to do against this offense. Not only that, they're coming off a bye week. This is definitely a game Navy can win, but I like getting 3 plus the hook here. I think this could definitely be a close game. Like I said, we have two great offenses. With the offense SMU has, they are definitely never out of any game. They don't have a good defense, but like I said, their defense should get a little help here as they had extra time to prepare for this offense. So I think this is just going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a field goal game on either side. I'm not sure exactly who wins this. I'm leaning towards SMU. With that bye week, they have the better offense. I trust their quarterback, Bouchel. He's had a great season. If SMU can get some stops on defense, like I said, they should know what to expect. So I think advantage here is SMU, even though they're on the road. And that's where I'm going with. So like I said, Navy is coming off a tough loss. They kind of have to pick themselves off the mat to get ready for this one, while SMU has just been preparing. They're rested, they're healthy, they're going to be ready to go. So I love SMU here. That's going to be today's free play of the day, SMU plus 3.5, and that's going to do it for college football. Like I said, we are going to have a huge Saturday. Not only are we fully loaded in college football, we're fully loaded in college basketball. And then, of course, we have the NFL right around the corner. Stay tuned for my NFL video, which I'll be releasing on Saturday. Can't forget about the NBA and the NHL. Just so much going on. My busiest time of the year, but I absolutely love it. And the main reason why is because my bankroll is just going up and up and up. So if you're interested in more than just a free play I give out here, definitely check out JVilleSportsPicks.com. Sign up for my daily newsletter. You've seen what we can do. Try my picks out for 30 days. See how you like it. Check out JVilleSportsPicks.com. Sign up for that daily newsletter. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Get it out there. So that's going to wrap it up. Good luck with whatever picks you guys do decide to put in. I hope you guys have a ton of success. Enjoy your guys' Saturday, most importantly. And I will see you guys for my NFL video. Good luck.